Good morning, Lieutenant Galloway with Eufaula Fire and Rescue with the weekly reports of August the 15th. As of this date, we have a total of 10 calls, one building fire, which was at 536 Inlet Road. When they got a call of smoke odor in the house, when the units arrived on scene, they saw heavy smoke coming from the structure. When they did the investigation with the thermal imaging camera, they found it coming from the basement area contained inside the heating, air conditioning, ventilation system. They cut the power, had Alabama Power come and pull the meter excuse me, from the residents to ensure additional safety until they could isolate the problem. And there's where they found the fire in the heating system. They extinguished that with an 1 3/4 line and did a secondary search with the thermal imaging camera and found no other fire, no other spread, and contained that to the ventilation system. We had 6 EMS calls. We had one lockout, which was a 520 Pump Station Road. The initial call came in as going to the school, primary school, that a child was locked into a car. When they arrived on scene in the area, they found out it was the doctor's office across the street. Upon their arrival, they found that someone had already gotten the child out of the car. PD was on scene and assisted in that. No treatment was needed, and so all units returned to service with no problems. Then we had one arcing shorted electrical equipment. This was at 719 Cotton Avenue. Call came in as a power line on fire. On arrival, they found that a small limb had fallen across the power line, was kind of smoking a little bit. Notified Alabama Power, and they came and took care of the situation. And then we had one public service call. Other than that, that's it going on at the fire department right now. We're just kind of bracing for some new stuff coming around. Our recruit schools, we're trying to be meeting with our fire college representatives again on the 29th of August in reference to trying to set up our next recruit school. We're hoping to start again in February. We may not have any individuals from the Eufaula Fire Department participating, but we hope to have self-sponsors and personnel from other departments participating in the school. And it'd be nice to be able to host that for these other departments and do good for our department to have some other places coming in and seeing kind of how we do things here. So we're looking forward to that, as well as our Fire College weekend. We're looking at having that in November. Again this year. We're hoping to have a good turnout. We're going to try and teach quite a few classes there. So with all that said, we're doing pretty good with the fire department.
It was the craziest thing.
See, my wife's a flincher. It's okay. The one time I could have used a heads up,
Bam. I was putting on lipstick.
The good news is, Alpha has the largest customer service team in Alabama, so you'll be dealing with people here, not all over the country.
Oh, sorry.
For a plan built just for you, contact Keith Bryan in Eufaula.
So far, 10 calls for the week is pretty good. So we'd like for it to be none, but when people do need us, we'd like for it to at least be a small minimum amount. So.
Got a question for you. With school opening up, do you all inspect the schools every year, or just when there's changes in the construction or things of that nature?
Well, our inspector, Lieutenant Baker, he goes around to majority of our businesses, schools, hospitals, and structures in town that require annual inspections. He conducts his walkthroughs. We also conduct our yearly pre-incident planning. Where we do walkthroughs of the buildings. We may have 1 or 2 crews, and then we update our pre-incident plans. As far as the schools go, we also participate in their fire drills. We observe them, see if there's any problems they have during when they do the fire drills. If so, we try and bring that attention to the facility and let them know that, hey, you might want to try and take a look at this. But we try and work with them real well. It's usually we don't get too much involved until school actually starts, and then that's when you start seeing more involvement of us, simply because then the kids are there and we're able to see what's going on and observe a little bit better of how the movement through the school and different things like that. So a lot of times people see us walking around, they don't really know what we're doing, but we're always observing, looking, and seeing if there's a better way we can serve them as far as helping them get out of the buildings during a time of emergency, or either during a time of emergency, where they have to be inside the building, helping with that also. So, but that's about the extent of what we do there for the school system. And two, we like to echo what the police department was talking about with the traffic and everything. Please make the kids mad. Get up a little early. You know, sleeping late, go ahead and get up, get there, and don't be rushing, because we do have those accidents. Pay close attention to the kids crossing the streets. The worst thing we ever want to see is a kid getting hit by a car or being involved in an accident on our way to school. So please use just extra caution during this time of year when it starts. And after it gets going, of course, everything will smooth out a little bit better. But yes, please, we echo their emphasis on just being careful and paying close attention to what's going on around you.
Sure, the ghost, my name is Lucky, and the reason they calls me Lucky is cause I got all of this money. And the reason I got all of this money is because I sells me gold on Dale Road.
Sell your gold on Dale Road. Sell your gold on Dale Road. Mr. Pond buys gold on Dale Road. Mr. Pond buys gold on Dale Road. Sell your gold on Dale Road. Sell your gold on Dale Road.
Good morning. I'm Larry Hubbard, Eufaula Police Department. And I'll be doing the crime report for the period of August 12th through August 15th, 2013. Before we get into all the crime stats, I want to take a minute and go over school traffic. School starts back Monday, so we will be out in force, enforcing the speed in the traffic, school traffic zones. Be aware of your surroundings, be aware of your speed. If you're starting a new school this year, and you might want to do some drive-bys this weekend to know which streets are one way, know what the speed limits are, because they change from 35 to 15 and whatnot. So it would be in your best interest to go ahead and if you're new to that area, map it out your best way, your speeds, one-way streets, where they're going to be unloading and picking up at the schools. The schools should have notified all the parents where they're supposed to drop off, how they're supposed to drop off, times and all that. So just be very aware of that. We have a heavy volume of school traffic, very heavy. So if everyone would do their part and know where they're going, know how they're supposed to go there, it'll run a lot smoother. If we have to turn the blue lights on and issue tickets, we will. That's the only way we can ensure our kids' safety, our flow of traffic through school zones, around the schools, and we're going to enforce it. We would like for people to do it on their own, but if we have to make the statement with a $200 and something ticket, then we will. We don't want to do that. That's not our objective. Our objective is keeping our kids safe and our streets as unclogged and friendly as possible. So if everyone will work with us and obey the speed limits, the one-way, all the traffic signs, if they'll just obey them, things will go real good, and people will keep their Christmas money in their pocket where it belongs and not in the coffers of the state. But just be aware that we are going to be aggressively enforcing the school speed limits. Stop signs, red lights, the whole 9 yards. Be courteous, be safe, be smart. Okay. If anybody has any questions, they can call the police department. We'll answer any questions they may have. As far as, any changes or whatever, if they don't know, need to know, and can't find out through the school, call us. We'll try to find out for you. Like I said, if it's a new school you're going to this year, do some drive-bys this weekend. Learn the patterns. Learn which way you can and can't go. They're clearly marked. One-way streets from a certain period of time during the day. That's going to be a whole lot of traffic on Monday, so leave early. Leave yourself plenty of time, and just be smart.
It was the craziest thing. I was just driving along and this squirrel came out of nowhere. Wow.
The good news is, Alpha has the largest customer service team in Alabama, so you'll be dealing with people here, not all over the country.
Awesome. Really not a scratch on it.
You are lucky.
For a plan built just for you, contact Keith Bryan in Eufaula.
I think you can emphasize that plenty of time early for the first week or so, because it's
Yeah.
going to be a mess.
Well, those tickets, that's nothing laughing about.
No.
In excess of $200 for normal speeding. Now, if you're double in a speed zone, in a school zone, which is not hard to do in a 15, if you think about it, 35 and a 15 is more than double, then you've got some serious issues with the insurance companies and the bank account and with us. So be very, very aware of your surroundings, and the speed zone you're going into is clearly marked. So pay attention, because we don't want to write the tickets, but we will. That's what it takes to keep our kids safe. Excuse me. All right, if there's no other questions on that, we'll get into the all-inspiring crime stats. We had a total of 16 arrests in the last few days, 8 of them traffic and 8 misdemeanor felony. We issued 80 verbal warnings, 5 written warnings, and over the last 7-day period, we investigated 12 accidents. People, slow down. Pay attention to what you're doing. We wrote 3 speeding tickets, 1 driving while suspended, 1 seat belt, which is wonderful, 1 for improper lane use. Wonderful, it's only 1 seat belt. Not wonderful, we wrote that one. You understand that. And 2 for no proof of insurance, which is awesome. On our misdemeanor arrest, we had domestic violence, a disorderly conduct, possession of drug paraphernalia, and criminal mischief. And on our felony, we had 1 for manufacturing controlled substance, which was cultivating marijuana, growing marijuana. We made that arrest. And we had 2 arrests for possession of controlled substance, and 1 probation violation out of Georgia. On our offense reports, we had a theft 3rd, Randolph Avenue, a DR trimmer mower, red in color, valued at $400 was taken. We had the manufacturing of a controlled substance, 2nd degree, which is marijuana plants. Criminal mischief, 2nd degree, West Washington. Someone broke a rear window of a car up at the hospital, $500. Possession of drug paraphernalia and possession of controlled substance on Eufaula Avenue at Highway 30, traffic stop. A needle and syringe and a small vial of what appears to be methamphetamine was recovered. We had a theft of property 3rd, which was at Dollar Tree. It was shoplifting, personal hygiene items in the amount of $52. We had a theft 3rd, Nancy Ross, Echo weed eater, paid at $100 taken from residents there. We had accident involving, it says death or personal injury, but there was no injury. This is the way the system prints it out for some reason. Like I said, we're hoping to get that grant and get the good system up and running next month, but who knows. And that was $1,000 damage to a Dodge Charger. We had damage to property on South Eufaula at Paul Lee, $100 damage to a bumper. And assault 3rd and criminal mischief, 2nd North Eufaula Avenue, which is the airport bar and grill. A Dell computer was damaged by a patron. Criminal mischief, 1st degree, State Docks Road, someone keyed a vehicle. Possession of controlled substance, Macedonian orange. Domestic violence 3rd, Cotton Hill Road, between husband and wife. We had a juvenile report, sodomy 1st degree. The victim was a juvenile, and that is under investigation. On our arrest reports, we had a Ronald Wilson arrested for manufacturing controlled substance, marijuana. Brandy Turner arrested, possession of drug paraphernalia and possession of controlled substance. Justin Bruce arrested for criminal mischief, first degree. Kalidra Smith arrested for disorderly conduct. Eric Lynn arrested disorderly conduct. Tawan Hicks arrested possession of controlled substance. Tawan Hicks arrested for probation violation. That's out of Georgia. And we have minor Styler arrested domestic violence, third degree.
Sure, the ghost, my name is Lucky, and the reason they calls me Lucky is cause I got all of this money. And the reason I got all of this money is because I sells me gold on Dale Road.
Sell your gold on Dale Road. Sell your gold on Dale Road. Mr. Pond buys gold on Dale Road. Mr. Pond buys gold on Dale Road. Sell your gold on Dale Road. Sell your gold on Dale Road.